The Wolverine Sports Network is on the air.
He's going to keep the football. Drive for the goal line. It's a touchdown! The Wolverines have won it on the final play of the game. Touchdown East. A Wolverine walk-off winner.
Ostrowski, the righty, winds and deals. Strike three! It's a perfect game! Tate Ostrowski has thrown a perfect game for the Wolverines.
Piper back to throw. Has time. Looking for the end zone, and what is it called? Touchdown! It is a touchdown for the Wolverines with 7 seconds to play.
Grove City has won the President's Athletic Conference Championship. Grove City wins the PAC. The Cinderella story is alive.
Piper takes the snap. Looking to throw. Fires downfield. Frazier made the catch and scored the touchdown to win it for the Wolverines.
And we are back at Jack Behringer Field for Game 2 of our doubleheader. Grove City going for the sweep. Waynesburg looks to get a split. Grove City took the opener 18-3 in 7 innings. Hi, everybody. Ryan Briggs back with you at Sunsplashed Jack Behringer Field as we get set for Game 2. It'll be starting here in a few minutes. Time to look at the pitching matchup in this one. For Waynesburg, it will be Bryce Meyer making his first start of the season. He's made 2 appearances, 2 innings, given up a run, ERA of 4.5. And for Grove City, it is the freshman Cole Reber. He is making his second appearance of the season. He's 0-1, ERA of 13.5, 1 1/3 innings, 2 runs allowed, 1 strikeout, and 5 walks. So 2 guys that have not pitched a whole lot this year will start in Game 2. We will come back with the starting lineups brought to you by Valvoline Express Care and Car Wash in Grove City.
Ken Frenchak here from the Valvoline Express Care and Car Wash of Grove City. It's that time of year again. Buy one, get one free windshield wiper sale. You heard correct. BOGO windshield wiper sale with any of our Valvoline full-service oil change through the end of the year. So get ready for Old Man Winter today before he arrives. BOGO windshield wiper sale through December 31st. You can go anywhere for an oil change, but you come to us for the experience.
Valvoline Express Care and Car Wash of Grove City. Drive in, drive out. It's that easy.
Time now for today's starting lineups, brought to you by Valvoline Express Care and Car Wash in Grove City, North Broad Street and Lincoln Avenue. You don't go there just for the oil change. You go there for the experience. For Waynesburg, leading off is the left fielder, Jose Lopez. Eli Boring in right will bat second. Hunter Hamilton, the center fielder, bats third. Luke Buckner will DH and hit cleanup. Braden Krebs will bat fifth and play third base. Noah Gabriel, the second baseman, bats sixth. Caden Flambard at shortstop bats seventh. Sam Watson will catch and hit eighth. Ian Trott bats ninth and is at first base. Again for Waynesburg, Lopez, Boring, Hamilton, Buckner, Krebs, Gabriel, Flambard, Watson, and Trott. For Grove City, leading off is the the center fielder, David Chandler. Batting second at second base, it's Nick Sampson. Colin Marin-Petro, the first baseman, hits third. Caleb Backus in right field will bat cleanup. Dan Lico in left hits fifth. Nick Remish, the third baseman, bats sixth. Johnny Reyes will DH and bat seventh. Adam Weber catches. He'll hit eighth. Kyle Reinberger at short, batting ninth. Chandler, Simpson, Marin-Petro. Backus, Luco, Remish, Reyes, Weber, Reinberger. First pitch comes up next on the Wolverine Sports Network.
Founded in 1955, the President's Athletic Conference is regarded as one of the elite NCAA Division III conferences in the nation. Comprised of 12 private institutions and 1 associate member, the PAC thrives in athletics and academics. Now sponsoring 24 varsity sports, the PAC remains unique in this day of high-pressure college athletics, with academics at the core of every program. With over 300 academic All-Americans and over 1,400 academic honor roll recipients with a 3.6 GPA or higher in the past year alone. Our student-athletes excel in athletics as well as the classroom. Want to learn more? Visit us at pacathletics.org or follow us on social media.
We are back here. Cole Reber, the big right-hander, concluding his warm-up tosses. Just his second start of the season. The right-hander from Garnet Valley High School, Glens Mills, Pennsylvania, out in the Philadelphia metropolitan area. Wolverines really like his potential and perhaps a chance today to see some of that potential. Wolverines took the opener by a score of 18-3. Grove City's in the home. Whites, red numbers and letters. Red trim, a little bit of black trim, red caps for the Wolverines. Waynesburg in the dark orange tops, black numbers and letters outlined in white. White pants, black and white trim for the visitors from Greene County. Temperature into the 70s today. We have a few more clouds here. There was a cloudless sky early on. There are some puffy clouds right now. There's an outside chance of some rain early this evening. Hopefully it doesn't come till later tonight. It'll be Jose Lopez leading off for Waynesburg, moving up from the number 5 spot of the order. He went 1 for 1 on base twice in the opener. Hit by a pitch, a stolen base, a single, and a sacrifice fly in game 1. Waynesburg held to 4 hits in the opener. And the first pitch from Reber, swing and a miss. And we're underway at 3:50 in the afternoon. Lopez, Boring, and Hamilton here in the top of the first for Waynesburg. 0-1 is high, 1-1 on Lopez. Reber set at the belt. 1-1 is high, 2-1. Wolverine defense, Adam Weber doing the catching. Colin Marin Petro at first. Nick Sampson at second. Nick Remish at third. Kyle Reinberger at short. Outfield left to right. Dan Luco, David Chandler, and Caleb Backus. Chandler shaded several steps towards right center. 2-1 in for a strike. It's now 2-2 on the Waynesburg leadoff hitter in game 2, Jose Lopez. Weber giving the signs, the 2-2. High, 3-2. Hear the fire whistles in the background here. We are not far from the Grove City Fire Department. It's on the other side of Pine Street. Now Lopez asks for time, and it is granted. John Hauer behind the plate for game 2 with Joe Romano in the field. See John Hauer marking the scorecard. Don't know if he's noting the sirens going off or not. Three-two from Reber. Just missed, and it's a leadoff walk to Lopez. Brings up Eli Boring, the right fielder. Boring 0 for 3 with a walk and a run scored in the opener. So leadoff man on for the left-hand hitting Boring. Pretty good hole in the right side. Nick Sampson playing at second base. Not a ton of experience at that position at the collegiate level. First pitch swinging. Foul on the third base side and into the Grove City bullpen for strike 1. Wind has been a bit of a crosswind today. It's blown in at times, then out, now blowing from right to left. 0-1 on the outside corner, 0-2 on Boring. Boring, the freshman from Latrobe, Greater Latrobe High School. Wolverines will conclude the regular season in Latrobe Friday, May 1st at St. Vincent. The 0-2. Chopped foul at the plate. Boring stays alive. Outfield pretty much straight away. Chandler a step or two towards right center. 0-2 is high. Ball and 2 strikes. Lopez swiped the base in game 1. So somebody that you can't lose track of down there. He's 5 for 5 in steals this year. Waynesburg with 52 steals on the season. 1-2, hit out towards left center. Luco, ranging to his left, makes the catch for out number 1. Dan Luco got a good jump on that one. He flags that one down for out number 1. That'll bring up Hunter Hamilton. Hamilton had the proverbial golden sombrero in game 1, 4 strikeouts. So he's looking to get on the hit parade here in the nightcap. Reber's first pitch. Strike at the knees, 0-1. 0-1, Reber checks the runner Lopez over at first. Runner on the move, pitch in the dirt, and Weber will throw down, but Lopez will steal the base. Lopez with his 6th steal of the season. And the count is a ball and a strike on Hunter Hamilton. Hamilton, the senior from West Green. Local guy. Set at the belt. Reber deals. That one fouled off, and it's 1-2. So ball and 2 strikes. Reber's breaking ball misses away. 2-2 now to Hunter Hamilton. Luke Buckner, who pinch hit in game 1, starting DH in game 2, he's on deck. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 away. Reber checks the runner Lopez at second. And he deals. Foul out of play. Stays 2-2 on the number 3 batter in the Waynesburg order. Grove City will have Chandler Sampson and Marin Petro due in the home half of the first against Bryce Meyer. Reber gets the sign from Weber. And the pitch, breaking ball. Doesn't break much, drifts inside, and the count goes to 3-2. 9 strikes, 8 balls so far for Cole Reber, making his home debut today. Set at the belt. Payoff pitch forthcoming. And here it comes. Driven out towards right center. Backus on the run, still on the run. And he will make the catch. Runner Lopez will tag. And he will get to third. Hamilton hit it well the other way. It's a long second out. Lopez now to third with 2 down for Luke Buckner. Buckner, pinch hit single and a run scored in game 1. A runner down at third now with 2 away for Buckner. Freshman from Charleston, West Virginia, outfielder by trade, and he takes the first offering at the knees for a strike, 0-1. Grove City and Teal, that suspended softball game down the hill is resumed action. 0-1 misses inside, 1-1 now. Teal leading that one 1-0-2, of course, has last ups as the home team down the hill. We'll keep you abreast as to what's going on that one. Wolverine softball team splitting yesterday at PAC leader Westminster. 1-1 from Reber, swing and a miss. Pumped the fastball by him, now 1-2. Olivia Lancey, who got the pitching win in game 2 yesterday, she was the pitcher of record in that suspended game, so she is starting in the circle, or resuming in the circle, however you want to phrase it. Ball and 2 strikes. The freshman righty sends a breaking ball, and it's fouled back towards us. And it remains a ball and 2 strikes. 3:20 to left here at Jack Behringer Field, 4:05 to center. 300 down the right field line with a higher fence from right to right center. Reber's 1-2, swing and a miss. The high fastball. And the first strikeout of the afternoon for the freshman right-hander. For Waynesburg, no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left. Middle of the first in game 2. It's Waynesburg 0. Grove City coming to bat on the Wolverine Sports Network.
Valvoline Express, Karen Car Wash of Grove City. Drive in, drive out, it's that easy. Check your oil, check your fluids, and get you clean. Fast, friendly service for cars, trucks, and SUVs. Wiper blades or filters, check your tire pressure. Locally owned, nationally known.
Ken Frenchak here from the Valvoline Express Care and Car Wash of Grove City. Fall. Leaves are changing. Why not get a jump start on the season and get the oil changed in your vehicle? We have your grade of Valvoline oil regardless of your gas or diesel engine. We stock most air filters and windshield wiper blades. So don't forget, we offer 2 automatic car washes along with 2 self-serve bays. Stop by to have your car run and look great. You can go anywhere for an oil change, but you come to us for the experience.
Valvoline Express, Karen Car Wash of Grove City. Drive in, drive out, it's that easy.
The possibility of lung cancer can be pretty scary, especially if you're one of approximately 8 million current or former smokers at high risk. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know that now there's a breakthrough low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early, and it only takes 60 seconds. You stop smoking, now start screening. For an easy quiz to see if you're eligible, visit SaveByTheScan.org. It could save your life. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
Concluding his work clock, making first start of the season. Sophomore from Newmarket, Maryland, and Lincoln. He'll face David Chandler, Nick Sampson, and Aaron Petro. Sun splashed Thursday afternoon. Both teams back in action Saturday. The first pitch to David Chandler is a ball. Chandler 1 for 2 with 2 walks and 3 runs scored in game 1. 1-1 foul on the third base side. Grove City will be at Allegheny Saturday, 1 o'clock in Meadville. And Waynesburg hosts St. Vincent in a doubleheader Saturday at 1 o'clock. The 1-1 to Chandler. Foul down the left field line. It's 1-2. One-two, swing and a miss. Chandler goes down on strikes, and pretty good starting debut there for Meyer. 1 away for Nick Sampson. Sampson returned from injury, missed 14 games, came back in game 1. 3-run homer, RBI single. He went 3 for 4, 3 runs scored in the game 1 win. Starting at second base. Also saw some time in center field in game 1, which is where we've seen a lot of Nick during his career as he takes ball 1 low. 1-0, lined up the middle, a base hit. Nick Sampson on for the fourth time in 5 at-bats today. I'm going to bring up Colin Marin-Petro. Marin-Petro, 3 doubles in game 1, scored 4 runs. He was also hit by a pitch. So Marin-Petro will bat against the right-hander. Third baseman Krebs even with the bag well off the line. Marin-Petro hits a bouncer foul on the first base side, past first base coach Ryan Kalbfuss. It's head coach Matt Royer over on the third base side for the Wolverines. Slightly open stance, a vertical stance for Marin-Petro. He takes the 0-1 on the outside corner for a strike 0-2 to the reigning PAC Player of the Year. Second baseman Gabriel shading the hole. This one rolled on the right side. Gabriel to his left, throws to second, throws it away. Ball goes into left field. Taking third on the play is Sampson. It'll be a fielder's choice and a throwing error. The Wolverines have runners on the corners with 1 down for Caleb Backus. Backus batting cleanup. He was in the 2-hole in game 1. 1 for 3 with a run batted in and a sacrifice, or a run scored and an RBI on a sac fly. First and third for the Wolverines, and Backus to bat. First pitch on the black outside for strike 1. Chance for the Wolverines to take the early lead. They scored 6 in the first inning in game 1. Oh, 1 swing and a miss. Backus was trying to put one off the dorms out beyond the right field fence. Comes up empty. It's now 0-2. Oh, 2 pop foul third base side. Krebs giving it a look, but it will land down near the tarp. Tenth game in conference play for each team in the 22-game schedule. Swinging a foul back towards us. 12 teams in the PAC, 11 doubleheaders. So we will complete the first half on Saturday. Game 11, game 12. Another 0-2, golf down the left field line, and will land foul. Not a lot of hang time on it. And Backus staying alive. Myers so far, 12 strikes, only 2 balls. Looking to get out of a jam. First and third, 1 down. Sampson singled. Marin-Petro reached on a fielder's choice. Sampson took third on a throwing error. 0-2, swing and a miss. Backus tied up by that one. A pair of strikeouts in the inning. 2 down for Dan Luco. Luco, 0 for 2, twice hit by a pitch in the opener. Batting with runners in the corners, but 2 away. Meyer out of the high set. First pitch, breaking ball. Fouled on the third base side. 0-1. Marin-Petro very modest lead at first. Sampson, inching down the line from third. 0-1 in the dirt. Blocked by the catcher, Watson. And it's now 1-1. Next offering. Foul over the Waynesburg dugout on the first base side. Jackets on the first base side. Grove City has tradition on the third base side here at Jack Behringer Field. A ball and 2 strikes, 2 away in the first. Big lead for Marin-Petro. Now the throw goes down to second. They throw back to third. Marin-Petro now trying to get back to the bag, and he does. So a lot going on there, and ended up nothing happened except a ball. It's 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Bottom of the first. Meyer out of the high set. 2-2. Just misses. Count now 3-2. Marin Petra will be off on the pitch. Dan Luco, junior left fielder, hits in 12 of his last 14 games. 3-2. Bounces in. Ball 4. And the bases are loaded for Nick Remish. Remish, 2 for 3, 2 runs batted in, and a run scored in game 1. Chance for him to do some early damage here. Meyer's first pitch rolled up the third base line, foul. Just outside the bag at third. That's 0-1. Remish went 4 for 7 in the doubleheader back on March 30th, last Monday. Or the Monday before last, however you want to say it. Either way, it's 4 for 7 in that doubleheader. This one is bounced to the left side. It's a base hit. 1 run scores. Getting the wave around is Marin Petra. Here comes the throw. It is cut off. It is a 2-run single for Nick Remish. And the Wolverines have a 2-0 lead. Nick Remish, a 2-out, 2-run single to give Grove City the lead. Luco stopping at second on the play. That'll bring up Johnny Reyes. Reyes, 2 for 3 with a double and 3 runs batted in the opener. This one rolled on the right side, gobbled up by Gabriel, throws the first in time, and that will end the inning. But Grove City takes the lead. Wolverines score 2 runs on 2 hits. There was 1 big error and 2 men left. After 1 in game 2 at Jack Behringer Field. Grove City on top, 2-0 on the Wolverines Sports Network.
Hey, wouldn't it be great if life came with a remote control? You know, you could hit pause when you needed to, or hit rewind. Like that time you knocked down that wasp's nest. Uh-oh. Or that time you forgot to roll up your windows in the car wash.
Fantastic.
Yeah, a remote control would have come in handy then. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes like managing your weight, getting active, stopping smoking, and eating healthier, you can stop prediabetes before it leads to type 2 diabetes. It's easy to learn your risk. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Life doesn't come with a remote control. Yikes! So you're on your own with the wasps. You have the power to take control of prediabetes. Visit doihaveprediabetes.org today. That's doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
Inning number 2 about to get underway. Braden Krebs will lead off for Waynesburg. He did the opener. Teal 2-2 in the fourth. And still batting down the hill at College Field. We're in the top of the second in this one. 2-0 is a strike, now 2-1 on Flambard. This one lined to right. Backus coming on, and he will play it on the hop for a base hit. First hit of game 2 for Waynesburg, and it's a solid single to right by Flambard. That'll bring up the catcher, Sam Watson. Watson did not play in the opener. He is 2 for 13 at the plate this year, hitting .154, making his 7th start of the season. Slightly open stance for the right-hand batter. And Reber's first offering misses away for a ball. Reber making his Jack Behringer Field debut today. 1-0, foul tip at the plate, now 1-1. Watson awaiting the 1-1. Freshman from Morgantown, Watson, facing the freshman from the Philadelphia area. Swing and a miss at a pitch in the dirt, now 1-2. Remish, the third baseman, behind the bag off the line. Outfield straight away, normal depth. The 1-2 on the way. Breaking ball misses, runner on the move, and Sampson applies the tag. It is a caught stealing. 2 for Flambard out. I don't know if it was a delayed steal. Certainly was not a quick jump for Flambard. He is gunned down by Weber, and that will end the inning. So Nick Sampson putting down the tag on a caught stealing for Waynesburg. No runs, a hit, no errors, nobody left. Middle of the second, 2-0 Grove City. This is game 2 on the Wolverine Sports Network.
The impact of a meal goes well beyond feeding our bodies, because when people don't have to worry about where their next meal is coming from, they can truly thrive, like Marta.
And now we'll hear from our class valedictorian, who with our hard work never ceases to amaze us. Please welcome Marta Moreno.
And Alex.
Hey, Alex, how did the interview go?
I did it! I got the job! I can't believe it!
I knew it. Let's meet up later to celebrate.
And Diego.
Mom! I got first place at the science fair with my volcano project.
That's amazing, sweetie. Congratulations.
Because when people are fed, futures are nourished, and everyone deserves to live a full life. Join the movement to end hunger at feedingamerica.org/actnow. feedingamerica.org/actnow. A public service announcement brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Eight, 9-1 due for Grove City. Adam Weber, Kyle Reinberger, and David Chandler. Weber closed the top half of the inning by throwing out the runner, Caden Flambard, on an attempted delayed steal. Weber, 1 for 3 with a double and a run batted in the opener. First pitch from Meyer. In at the bottom of the zone for a strike to Weber. 19 strikes, 6 balls so far from Meyer. And the 0-1 bounced up the third baseline foul. It's 0-2. Update in Grove City softball. Wolverines now leading 4-2 in the top of the fourth and looking for more. 0-2 misses away, 1-2 now. Reinberger, who went 3 for 4 in game 1, is on deck. Foul at the plate, remains a ball and 2 strikes. Weber caught part of game 1, then finished up the game at second base. Roller on the left side, grabbed it by the third baseman, throws over to first, and in time to get Weber. Krebs made a nice play to get Weber by a whisker. Bang, bang play, but from here it looked like they got him by a hair. Joe Romano right there making the call. That's 1 down. Bringing up Kyle Reinberger, 3 for 4. Well, the run scored in game 1. Bouncer left side, a little easier play for Krebs, moving to his left, guns it over to first to Trott, and quickly 2 down. So good start to the second inning for Meyer. Two down for David Chandler. Chandler struck out on the first. Officially 1 for 3 with 2 walks and 3 runs scored in the doubleheader. And Chandler takes strike 1. Oh, 1 belted to center. Hamilton on the run, and it's going to be over his head, bounce up against the fence. Chandler motoring towards second. He's thinking 3. He's on the way, and Chandler in with a stand-up triple. David Chandler belts a 3-bagger to center. His first triple of the year, and the Wolverines have a runner at third with 2 down for Nick Sampson. Sampson singled and scored in the first. Sampson 4 for 5 in the doubleheader. Chopper in the infield, and it's going to get past the shortstop for a base hit. Sampson with the RBI single, and it is 3-0 Grove City. High bouncer. Shortstop moving to his left. Flambard tried to field on the short hop. It scoots through for the base hit, and the Wolverines have a 3-0 lead. Really a tough hop there. It brings up Colin Marin-Petro, reached on a fielder's choice and scored in the first. First one is fouled off. So Marin-Petro and Sampson both scoring in the first inning. Those runs were both unearned because of the error on a potential double play ball, or at least a forced play at second. Count 0-1 on Marin-Petro. Sampson over at first. Certainly a threat to go. Held on by Trott. 0-1, misses away, 1-1. Third baseman Krebs, even with the bag well off the line. Throw over to first, Sampson back relatively easily. One. Foul on the third base side towards Pine Street. And that one almost made the police department. 1-2 now on Marin-Petro. Sampson over at first. Modest lead. Bouncer left side, and it's going to get through. The shortstop, Flambard, was shaded towards the bag against the left-hand hitter, and Marin-Petro takes it the other way. Serving that one through, it's a base hit, and Sampson, the runner, goes to second. 2 runners on with 2 away for Caleb Backus, who struck out in the first. Backus 1 for 4 with a run scored and a run batted in today. Backus takes the first pitch in for a strike. It's 0-1. 0-1 fouled at the plate. Now 0-2. Meyer looking to get out of this jam. 31 strikes, only 8 balls today for Meyer, making his first start of the season. He's given up 3 runs, but only 1 earned to this juncture. Sampson at second, Marin Petro at first. All this after 2 outs. Pair of ground outs to the third baseman Krebs, but Chandler tripled, Sampson singled, Marin Petro singled. 0-2, swing and a miss. Backus down on strikes, and that ends the inning. The Wolverines add to the lead, however. 1 run, 3 hits, no errors, and 2 runners stranded. End of 2 in game 2. 3-0 Grove City on top. This is Wolverine baseball.
Hey, wouldn't it be great if life came with a remote control? You know, you could hit pause when you needed to, or hit rewind. Like that time you knocked down that wasp's nest.
Uh-oh.
Or that time you forgot to roll up your windows in the car wash.
Fantastic.
Yeah, a remote control would have come in handy then. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes like managing your weight, getting active, stopping smoking, and eating healthier, you can stop prediabetes before it leads to type 2 diabetes. It's easy to learn your risk. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Life doesn't come with a remote control.
Yikes!
So you're on your own with the wasps. You have the power to take control of prediabetes. Visit doihaveprediabetes.org today. That's doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
Will return to the batter's box. He was at the plate when Flambard was caught stealing to end the second inning. 3-0 lead for Grove City. Watson, 8-9-1 in the order. Five hits, no errors. Side from Cole Reaver, 2-0. Watson. Bounces in. It's now 3-0. There is some activity in the Grove City bullpen. Graham Romer, the freshman right-hander from New Albany, Ohio, is getting loose. 3-0 misses low, and it's a 4-pitch walk to start the third inning. That'll bring up Ian Trott. Trott in the number 9 spot of the order. Hit 8th in game 1, went 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. But he bats with a runner on. Reaver set at the belt. First pitch to Trott. Splits the plate in half. It is 0-1. 3-0, top of the third. Grove City won the opener 18-3. Wyatt Hobson, 5 shutout innings to get the win for Grove City. 0-1, swing and a miss. Trott late on that one, now 0-2. Reaver set at the belt. Breaking ball called, strike 3. Locked him up with that one. Away for Jose Lopez, who walked and stole a base in the first. Lopez, the Wolverines have yet to retire him today. Well, technically the sacrifice fly, they got him out, but he got an RBI, so he is 1 for 1 in the doubleheader. hit by pitch, a walk, and a sac fly. Lopez fouls a bunt over the screen. It's 0-1. Reber set. 0-1. Slider in for strike now 0-2. Watson over at first. Watson has not attempted a steal this year. Reber working with Adam Weber. If Adam Weber pronounced his last name like the University in Utah, that the names would rhyme, Weber and Reber, but they do not. Count is 0-2 on Lopez. Reber, breaking ball, swing and a miss. Lopez waves at that one. Back-to-back strikeouts. 2 away for Eli Boring. Boring 0 for 4 in the doubleheader. Walked and scored in game 1. He flew out to left in the first inning today. Three 0 the Grove City lead. Left-hand hitting at right fielder Boring. This one's lined towards left center. Could be trouble. And it's going to be extra bases. Watson motoring around third, getting the wave. Reinberger will run it in. It's an RBI double for Eli Boring. And Waynesburg is on the board. It is 3-1. Took that one the other way. Split the outfielders perfectly. And Waynesburg is on the board. It is 3-1 here in the top of the third. And that'll bring up Hunter Hamilton. Flew out to right last time up. Hamilton awaiting the first offering. And it's a strike in the knees, 0-1. Waynesburg getting on the board, and another runner in scoring position, that being Boring out at second. Reber deals. Breaking ball is high. Count even now at 1-1. Hamilton 0 for 5 in the doubleheader. That one misses away, now 2-1. Boring out at second, good speed, pretty decent lead. Reber gives him a long look. 2-1 bounces in, skips away from Weber, but the runner will move up 90 feet on the wild pitch. Boring over to third. And the count is 3-1. 3-1 from Cole Reber. Fouled straight back. Reber said, here it is. Try and hit it, big boy, and Hamilton, a good cut. Three-two, fouled off again. Another payoff pitch coming from Reber. Here it comes. Fouled straight back again. A good battle between Hamilton and Reber here. 3-2 misses. Now the tying runs are on base. With 2 away, he'll bring up Luke Buckner, struck out in the first. Runners on the corners with 2 down in the third. Second walk of the inning. First pitch is a strike at the knees, 0-1 on Buckner. Luke Buckner pinch hit in game 1, starting as a DH in game 2. Boring at third, Hamilton at first. This one chopped up the third base line, foul. And it's 0-2, and Reber 1 strike away from getting the Wolverines back in the dugout. Updating softball, it's 4-3 Grove City in the top of the 5th down the hill. Wolverines the visiting team in that game. 0-2 runner on the move. This one's skied out to short right. Backus coming on, still coming, and will drop in for a base hit. Hamilton goes to third. Boring scores, and it's 3-2 for Braden Krebs. Krebs popped out the second, back in the second. A well-placed pop that nobody could get to. That's 3-2 now, and Krebs will stand in with a tying run 90 feet away. Reber set at the letters. This one hit out towards left, and it's going to drop in for a base hit. Coming home to score is Hamilton, and we are tied at 3 here in the third. Buckner stops at second on the play. Hamilton comes home, and we are all tied 3-3 here in the third. Back-to-back singles, not hit particularly hard, but they count. And now the go-ahead run in scoring position for Noah Gabriel. 8th man to bat this inning. First pitch, a breaking ball in for a strike, 0-1 on Gabriel. Popped out to short in the second inning. Gabriel 2 for 4 in the doubleheader. Buckner at second, Krebs at first. A 3-3 tie here in game 2. Breaking ball hit out towards left center. Luco to his left makes the head-high catch to end the inning. That ball was hit harder than the 2 singles, but Waynesburg is able to pull into a tie as the Yellow Jackets score 3 times in the top of the third. 3 runs, 3 hits. There were no errors, and 2 men left. Middle of the third in game 2. We're tied at 3 on the Wolverine Sports Network.
Mama, what does the chicken say?
Chicken. Oh, okay.
When the wolf?
Oh, a wolf. Ooh!
What about the tiny dog? Cat? Owl? Dolphin? What does the turkey say? Whale?
Whale sound.
Do the giraffe.
Giraffe, really? Okay. Giraffe.
You're not going to get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff, like making sure your kids are buckled correctly in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right.
Visit NHTSA.gov/the
right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Dan Luco, Nick Remish, Reyes do. Meyer, 3 strikeouts so far today. He's given up 3 runs, 1 earned. The 2 runs in the first inning unearned. Dan Luco walked in the first. 0 for 2 in the doubleheader, but he's been on base 3 times. Hit by a pitch twice in the opener. Swings and misses at the first pitch. It's 0 and 1. Third baseman Krebs on the edge of the grass, and Luco golfs one out towards left. This one is hit well. It's going to go all the way to the fence. Dan Luco will have a leadoff double to left center. Went down and looked like he was hitting a 7-iron. Appropriate with the Masters getting underway today. And the go-ahead run is out at second for Nick Remish. He had a 2-run single in the first for Grove City. Remish, right-hand hitting third baseman. He's knocked in 4 in the doubleheader. 3 for 4, 4 runs batted in, and a walk in the twin bill. And he takes first pitch low for a ball. Luco, pretty good speed out at second. Third baseman Krebs in on the grass. This one's hit towards right. It is hit well. It's going to be extra bases. Remish rounding first on his way to second. Luco motoring home. It's a stand-up double for Nick Remish. He's knocked in 5 today, and the Wolverines are back on top. 4-3 as Remish goes the other way. That's 4-3 Grove City. It'll bring up Johnny Reyes. He grounded out of the second, or 2-2 in the first, but he was a real run producer in game 1, knocking in 3 for the Wolverines. So after Waynesburg tied it with 3 in the top of the third, Grove City breaks the tie. It's 4-3, and we have a visit to the mound by the catcher, Watson. Talking over things with Meyer. Now John Hauer making his way to the mound and saying, okay, boys, let's get it going here. Johnny Reyes, freshman out of Hubbard, Ohio. Batting with Remish at second, nobody out. First pitch is a strike at the top of the zone. Update from softball down below. Teal has tied up Grove City 4-4 in the 5th. Oh, 1 clips Reyes on the shoulder. He's on for Adam Weber. Weber grounded out to third in the second. Weber 1 for 4 with 2 runs scored in the doubleheader. And now the entire infield will meet on the mound. And we're going to have a pitching change for Waynesburg. We'll tell you about the new jacket hurler when we come back. Wolverines have the lead 4-3 and looking for more. We'll be back with more after this on the Wolverines Sports Network.
In 1955, the President's Athletic Conference is regarded as one of the elite NCAA Division III conferences in the nation. Comprised of 12 private institutions and 1 associate member, the PAC thrives in athletics and academics. Now sponsoring 24 varsity sports, the PAC remains unique in this day of high-pressure college athletics, with academics at the core of every program. With over 300 academic All-Americans and over 1,400 academic honor roll recipients with a 3.6 GPA or higher in the past year alone. Our student-athletes excel in athletics as well as the classroom. Want to learn more? Visit us at pacathletics.org or follow us on social media.
There's danger out there. It lurks on highways and quiet neighborhood streets. It's more likely to kill you than a shark and more terrifying than the biggest snake. Distracted driving claims lives every day. Every notification, swipe, social post, video, or selfie while driving risks your life. So while you might think public speaking or the zombie apocalypse is scary, what's really terrifying and even deadly is distracted driving. Eyes forward, don't drive distracted. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Adamson on the Waynesburg. Coming on in relief here in the third. It's his 6th appearance of the season, 5th in relief. 1-1 record, 6.75 ERA, has a save, 8 innings pitched, 13 hits allowed. One on with 2 on, out. Nick Reyes second. Reyes at first. Will be Adam Weber to bat. Adamson concluding his warm-up pitches. Adamson, a sophomore from Carmichael's, another Greene County, and he'll come on and clean up this mess. Weber does not have a sacrifice bunt this year. For those that might be interested in such matters. First pitch is in the dirt, skips away. It's a wild pitch. Now nobody has to worry about a sacrifice bunt. Count 1-0. The runners moving up on the wild pitch. And the infield will come in all the way around. Very aggressive by the Waynesburg defense here. And Weber hits this one up the middle. It's a base hit. 1 run scores. Reyes galloping home as well. It's a 2-run single through the drawn-in infield, and it's 6-3. So Waynesburg rolled the dice, and Adam Weber made sure it came up snake eyes. 2-run single for Weber. And what do we have here? Okay, well, they're saying that the ball hit the batted ball hit the base runner, but it was past the fielder though, so I don't know if that plays into a, yeah. So it's past the fielder, but so hold everything. Remish was at Reyes was at second. Remish was at third. It was second and third, nobody out. So Reyes will go back to. Now, did it hit the? So it is not a 2-run single. Now, Michael Impellitteri asking for an explanation from John Hauer and Joe Romano. So the Wolverines have another run on the board, but just one. It is 5-3 as we look to sort out this unusual play. That the ball hit the runner, Reyes. But because it was behind the fielder, it's a base hit, and the runners get a base. And it brings up Kyle Reinberger. He swings first pitch, foul territory. Weinberger fouls that one off. It's 0-1. Lots to sort out here in this fifth inning, or a third inning. The fifth run is home. And runners on the corners, nobody out for Weinberger. Squeezes on, pushed on the first base side, grabbed by the pitcher, getting over to the bag to cover is the second baseman, Gabriel. Adamson throws it over, the sacrifice complete, and now Reyes scores. Weber goes to second on the sacrifice, 1-4. The safety squeeze. The Wolverines now have a 6-3 lead. Put that sixth run back up on the board. Sacrifice goes 1-4. That's the first out of the inning. And it brings up David Chandler. Chandler fouls off the first one. Tripled and scored his last at bat. Struck out in the first. So plenty to unpack in this third inning. And most notably, Grove City has a 6-3 lead and looking for more. Weber at second after his run-scoring single. For Weinberger, that was his second sacrifice of the season. 1-0 misses, count even at a ball and a strike. 6-3 the lead for Grove City. Waynesburg 3 runs in the top of the third. Grove City 3 in the home half of the third. Chandler hits a squibber foul on the third base side. Count now 1-2. Update in Grove City softball, tied at 4, top of the sixth. Remember, Grove City is the visiting team in that game. One ball, 2 strikes to Chandler. Aiden Adamson on in relief. The book now closed on the starter as well. Meyer. Chandler pops one down the left field line. Krebs fighting the wind. Can't bring it in. Sliding in safely. Head first dive is Weber. Ends up being a bloop double. Wind aided for Chandler. And it's second and third with one down. Second and third, one down for Nick Sampson, who's 2 for 2 in game 2. 3-run homer in game 1. Wolverines are glad to have him back, starting at second base again. 5 for 6 in the doubleheader today. Adamson, first pitch is a strike at the knees to Sampson, 0-1. For the Waynesburg starter, Bryce Meyer. He went 2+ innings, 7 hits allowed, 6 runs, 4 earned, 3 strikeouts and a walk. The 0-1 is in the dirt, 1-1 now to Sampson. Second and third, infield all in on the grass. This one's lined to center, a base hit for Sampson, 1-run home. And trailing in behind is David Chandler. 2-run single for Nick Sampson. And it's 8-3. Weber scores, Chandler scores, and Nick Sampson 3 for 3 in the nightcap with 3 runs batted in. And we're going to have another visit to the mound and perhaps a pitching change for Waynesburg, as Grove City has counterpunched 5 runs in the bottom of the third. Still only 1 out. And Colin Marin Petro getting ready to stand in. We will have a pitching change. We'll tell you about the Waynesburg pitcher when we come back. Wolverines lead 8-3 on the Wolverines Sports Network.
Take a look under your bed. Find stuff under there? What about jobs? No? Now try your basement. There's a pair of overalls that overall you're not so into anymore. A perfectly good laptop that hasn't sat in your lap in months. And even more stuff, but still no jobs? Well, you really have both. See, stuff is defined as household articles considered as a group. Sometimes this stuff is no longer needed. Wait, no longer needed? That can't be right. Because remember those jobs you were looking for? Those are really needed, and they're the stuff inside your stuff. Even inside that winter coat that moved with you to Phoenix. Our job is to unlock those jobs, and it starts when you donate your stuff to your local Goodwill. Here's how we do it. When you donate to Goodwill, we sell your stuff to provide job training for people right here in your community. So just by teaming up with Goodwill, you help create jobs. And isn't that worth parting with the leftover keytar from your 80s cover band? Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs. Find your nearest donation center at goodwill.org. A message from Goodwill and the Ad Council.
Pitcher on for Waynesburg. It will be Xander Allen making his 5th appearance of the season. 3rd in relief, 0-2 record. Does have a complete game. ERA of 11.42. 8 2/3 innings pitched. He's given up 15 hits, and he will face Colin Marin-Petro with Nick Sampson at first. 1 down in the bottom of the 3rd. Grove City with an 8-3 lead. Approach the top afternoon. Marin-Petro, slightly open stance. And he takes the first one low for a ball. Marin-Petro 1 for 2 with a run scored in game 2, excuse me. 3 doubles, 4 runs scored in game 1. Sampson bouncing off the base over at first. Held on by Trott. The 1-0 misses away 2-0. 8th batter of the inning. Allen is the 3rd pitcher of the inning. The starter Meyer started the inning. Was replaced by Adamson, who went 1/3 of an inning. 2-0 misses away 3-0. Third of an inning and 2 runs allowed so far, responsible for Sampson over at first. 3-0, nicks the outside corner, now 3-1 on Colin Marin-Petro. Swing and a miss, an off-speed pitch. Allen pulled the string on that one, and it's now 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 away. We'll see if Sampson's on the move here. Trott holding on Sampson at first. Second baseman Gabriel shaded towards the hole, trying to cut down the hole. The 3-2 bounces in, ball 4. Marin-Petro on for the 2nd straight inning. Sampson will trot down to second. 2 on for the 9th batter of the inning, Caleb Backus. Backus struck out twice against the starter Meyer. He'll try his luck now with the reliever, Xander Allen. Backus, lefty batter. First pitch misses away for a ball. Third baseman Krebs even with the bag off the line. Backus slices one foul on the left field side. It's like a direct hit off to our left. Ball and a strike. That one inside corner at the knees, 1-2. A pitcher's pitch there from Xander Allen. Backus 1 for 5 today in the doubleheader. 1-2, bounce through the right side. It will sneak through for a base hit. Sampson speeding around third. He will score, and the Wolverines add to the lead. It is 9-3. Backus able to get that bouncer through past the dive of Gabriel. RBI for Backus. Sampson scores his second run of the nightcap, and Grove City has scored 6 times in the third. Wolverines have batted around. The man who started it with a double, Dan Luco, will bat with 2 on and 1 down in the third. First pitch to Luco is a ball in the dirt. A lengthy third inning. Marin Petro at second, Backus at first. The 1-0 runs inside. It's now 2-0. Update in softball, they're going to the 7th, tied at 4. Luco heading the count 2-0. Bends out of the way of that one. It misses 3-0. And there's more activity in the Waynesburg bullpen. It's a good thing it's not a long distance call to the bullpen. They'd be racking up a pretty good bill. 3-0 on the inside corner for a strike. There's probably some young kids saying, what's a long distance call? Wait till after 7 o'clock to make the call. 3 balls and a strike from number 31, Xander Allen. That breaking ball in for a strike 3 into a sharp breaking ball. Grove City, 9 runs, 11 hits. In this one, 3 runs, 4 hits for Waynesburg. Payoff pitch on the way. Chopped up the third base line. It'll be a swinging bunt, base hit for Luco. The bases are now loaded for the 11th man to hit this inning, Nick Remish. He had an RBI double, scoring Luco earlier in the inning. Bases loaded with 1 out still in the inning. Luco, another multi-hit game for him. Allen's first pitch is a ball to Nick Remish. 2 for 2, 3 runs batted in here in game 2. Luco now with 8 multi-hit games this year. The 1-0, foul at the plate. It's now 1-1 on Nick Remish. Marin Petro, the lead runner, at third. Backus at second. Luco at first. 1 down. Corner infielders are on the cut of the grass. Middle infielders are halfway. This one's lined to the shortstop, throw back to third, and Marin Petro gets back safely. Krebs was not at the bag. Krebs lobbying that he was there, but he was not there. Certainly didn't look like it from here. And Joe Romano had a pretty good view as well. Remish, one of the harder hit balls of the inning. That's out number 2, and it brings up Johnny Reyes. Reyes hit by a pitch, scored this inning. He's 0 for 1 in the nightcap. Allen's first offering in for a strike. Reyes DH'd in game 1, likewise in game 2. Foul out of play, now 0-2. Reyes 2 for 3, 3 runs batted in game 1. No balls, 2 strikes. Allen's pitch. Skied foul territory, third base side. Krebs coming over to the fence. Does he have room? No. Lands in the Grove City bullpen. Stays 0-2. The Grove City Teal softball game, they've gone to the bottom of the 7th, tied at 4. So now the Wolverines down the hill, they have to get 6 outs to win, at least. 0-2, misses low. Reyes checked the swing. 1-2. Reyes, the 12th man to hit this inning. He was involved in an odd play earlier in the inning, hit by a batted ball. 1-2 on the inside corner, called strike 3. That one caught the inside corner, and it will end the inning. But the Wolverines reclaim the lead. 6 runs, 7 hits, no errors, and 3 men left. We've played 3 innings in Game 2. 9-3 Grove City leads on the Wolverines Sports Network.
Hey, is that a faucet running?
Nope, that's not a faucet. That's a river rushing through the forest.
It is?
Yeah, forest rivers provide over 100 million people with clean water to drink. The water comes straight from the forest to us. In fact...
What? I can't hear you because of the vacuum.
That's not a vacuum. That's the trees in the forest cleaning up the air we breathe.
How do trees clean the air?
They soak up the dirty air on their leaves, branches, and trunks, which means clean air for us.
Cool. I didn't know that.
Yep, but the forest does more than give us clean air and water. It gives us shade for hot days, birds to listen to, and trees to climb.
Wow, that's awesome. I didn't know how cool the forest could be. Hey, let's go explore some more.
Visit the forest today and enjoy all it does, just for you. To learn more about the forest and find one near you, go to discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Pitching change for Grove City will be Graham Romer, the freshman from New Albany, Ohio, coming on. His 9th appearance of the season. That leads the team. It's his 6th in relief, 0-1 record, 1 save, ERA of 9.14, 21 2/3 innings. He's struck out 15, walked 11, and allowed 34 hits. He comes on for Cole Reber. 3 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs, all earned, 3 strikeouts, 3 walks. Reber will not factor into the decision. So Romer in for Reber. And will be 7, 8, and 9 due for Waynesburg. Flambard, Watson, and Trott. After a very long 3rd inning, both ways. Waynesburg sent 8 men to the plate. Grove City sent 12 men to the plate. So 20 batters in the 3rd inning. And Romer's first pitch misses low for a ball. Romer, the big righty, set at the belt. 1-0 in for a strike. Count even at a ball and a strike now. Flambard singled and caught stealing back in the 2nd. He's 1 for 3 with a walk in the doubleheader. (1-1), a bit high now, 2-1. Wolverine outfield straight away. Maybe in a step or two for Flambard. (3-1), high and tight on Flambard. Or the 2-1, now it's 3-1. Watson, who started the last inning with a leadoff walk, is on deck. Romer set and deals. Strike down the middle. The count now 3-2. Romer set the payoff pitch. And that hit the hand of the batter Flambard. Either way would have been ball 4, but he will get on via the hit by pitch. And the leadoff man is on for the 3rd time in 4 innings for Waynesburg. Got to bring up Sam Watson. Walked leading off last inning. He scored the first of Waynesburg's 3 runs. The Yellow Jackets look to punch back after Grove City scored 6 times in the bottom of the third to break a 3-3 tie. Checking Flambard's left hand down over at first base. Update from softball down the hill. Teo has the winning run at first base with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th, tied at 4. You can watch that action as well at athletics.gcc.edu or on the PAC Digital Network. Maybe get one on the TV, one on the computer. Lots of great ways to follow the Wolverines. Romer set at the belt. First one is lined back through the box, a base hit. Watson squared up that one. Flambard will stop at second. The first 2 men have reached for Waynesburg. And it'll bring up the number 9 hitter, Ian Trott. Trott struck out looking last inning. Trott 0 for 4 in the doubleheader. 3 strikeouts on his ledger. Remish, the third baseman, was in on the grass, and now he will back up a couple of steps. Romer set at the belt. First pitch in the dirt. Backhand stop made by Adam Weber. First and second. Nobody out. And the 1-0 in for a strike. 1-1 now. Hit by pitch at a single for Waynesburg. Chopped up the third base line. Fair ball past the diving Remish. Flambard will score. Watson into third, and it's a double for Trott down the line, and Waynesburg answers. 9-4, and looking for more with 2 men in scoring position and nobody out. And back to the top of the order for Jose Lopez. Walked and stole a base in the first, struck out in the third. 9-5, or 9-4 now. With runs 5 and 6 potentially out on the base paths. Infield back. Rumor's first pitch to Lopez. Swing and a miss. Late on that one. The count is 0-1. 0-1 in the dirt. 1-1 now. Nice block by catcher Adam Weber. Grove City Teal softball, they are going to extras. They're in the top of the 8th now. Down the hill. Hill's 1-1. Or, Romer's 1-1. Fouled off 1-2. Runner at third, Watson. Trott, the trail runner, at second after his double. Being dogged out there by the second baseman, Sampson. The 1-2. Foul on the third base side, and we'll do it again. More activity in the Grove City bullpen. The 1-2. Breaking ball misses away, 2-2. It is a righty for the Wolverines, and that is, I believe that is Jack Behringer getting loose. Second and third, nobody out. Romer's leash maybe getting short. The 2-2. Roller left side. Reinberger to his right knocks it down. It'll be an infield hit. Watson scores. Trott goes to third. Reinberger may have saved a run, but it's 9-5. And a pitching change perhaps in the offing as Matt Royer makes his way from the third base dugout. Maybe not. Maybe just talking mechanics here. Either way, it's 9-5 for Eli Boring, who doubled in a run in his last at bat. So head coach Matt Royer's noticed something mechanically with Romer. (9-5), Grove City on top, but Waynesburg has scored twice and has runners on the corners with nobody out. Wolverines will play the infield at double play depth for Boring. Remish, the third baseman, even with the bag off the line with a left-hand batter. Marin Petro holding the trail runner Lopez at first. And after the delay, we are ready to resume action. Romer's first pitch, in for a strike. Temperature in the low 70s today. Maybe the nicest day of spring so far. 0-1 misses away, 1-1. Very little humidity today as well. Breeze certainly would help dry out things everywhere. A lot of soggy yards here in western Pennsylvania. Boring, vertical stance, lefty batter. Skies this one to center. David Chandler has it measured. Chandler makes the catch. It'll be a sacrifice fly as Trott comes home. Boring is out number 1, but he'll pick up the RBI on the sac fly. 9-6. The score. 1 down for Hunter Hamilton. Walked and scored last inning. Hamilton flew out to right in his first at-bat, went 0 for 4, struck out all 4 at-bats in game 1. Romer's first pitch, low for a ball. Lopez, good speed over at first. Pretty decent lead, held on by Marin Petro. Romer's pitch. This one's belted deep to left. Way back and gone. Long gone for Hunter Hamilton. Whatever ailed him in game 1 has been ironed out in game 2. His second home run of the season. It's 9-8. That was a no-doubter onto the soccer lacrosse field, Don Lyle Field, beyond the left field fence. 9-8, and we're going to have a pitching change. Hunter Hamilton makes it 9-8. Waynesburg has scored 5 runs in the top of the 4th. We'll come back and tell you about the new Wolverine pitcher after this on the Wolverine Sports Network.
Hi, we're the Goo Goo Dolls. We're fortunate that we can give our daughters everything they need to grow and learn. But not every child can focus on classes and play dates.
Nearly 13 million kids in the U.S. face hunger. That's 1 in 6. School lunch might be their only meal each day, and it's heartbreaking to imagine any child going to bed hungry. We're dreaming of a perfect day when kids can smile, play, and just be kids without worrying about where their next meal will come from. Feeding America is working to make that perfect day a reality.
Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste. That food is given to families and children in need. Being a kid should be about doing things that make an ordinary day extraordinary. Learning to play an instrument, building a sandcastle, hosting tea parties. Hunger should never be an obstacle to growing up.
You can help end childhood hunger in your community by visiting feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you out, because only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey, Assistant Smokey Bear, call me Papa Bear, because I'm grilling up dinner. Do you get it?
Yes, good job.
So, what should I do with all these coals?
Don't just toss them out. Put them in a metal container because those embers can start a wildfire.
I understand. The stakes are high.
Ha, 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 ha.
Learn more at SmokeyBear.com.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
The possibility of lung cancer can be pretty scary, especially if you're one of approximately 8 million current or former smokers at high risk. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know that now there's a breakthrough low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early, and it only takes 60 seconds. You stop smoking, now start screening. For an easy quiz to see if you're eligible, visit SaveByTheScan.org. It could save your life. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
It's freshman Jack Guffrey on in relief for the Wolverines, making his 5th appearance of the season. Guffrey 1-0, 6 1/4 ERA, 8 2/3 innings, 10 hits, 6 runs allowed, 4 strikeouts, 4 walks. And he will face DH Luke Buckner, who singled in a run last at bat, and swing and a miss. Buckner. Now 0-1. Waynesburg has scored 5 times, still only 1 out in the inning, and that was a sac fly. Pitching line for Graham Romer complete, 0-1. Swing and a miss, now 0-2. Romer went a third of an inning, 4 hits, 5 runs allowed, all earned, no strikeouts, no walks. On the Waynesburg side, we did not give you the Aiden Adamson completed pitching line. We'll do that in a moment. 0-2, called strike 3. So Guffrey comes in and strikes out Buckner for the second out of the inning. That'll bring up Braden Krebs, who had an RBI single last inning. He's 1 for 2 today. Adamson went a third of an inning, 3 hits, 3 runs, all earned, no strikeouts, and no walks. Guffrey's first pitch is high for a ball. Guffrey, the freshman from Farmington, New York, Victor High School. That one fouled up the third base line. Count even at a ball and a strike. 9-8 Grove City leading in the 4th. Wolverines won the opener 18-3 in 7 innings. Football-like scores. These are like UFL scores with those 4-point field goals and stuff. 1-1 misses away, 2-1. Softball 4-4 in the 8th. Teal has the winning run at second with 2 down. 2-1 from Jack Guffrey on the way. Here it comes. High, 3-1. Bryce Trischler starting to get loose in the Grove City bullpen. Out of the high set, Guffrey deals. Fouled off, and it's now 3-2. We're in the top of the 4th in game 2. Guffrey's pitch fouled off. PAC scoreboard. Chatham leading Juniata 10-9 in the 9th. This one hit to center. David Chandler has it measured, and he'll make the catch. And that ends the inning. Jack Guffrey able to shut down the inning, but not before Waynesburg sends 8 men to the plate, and 5 of them come home. For the Yellow Jackets, there were 5 runs, 4 hits, no errors, and nobody left. It's the middle of the 4th. 9-8 Grove City. This is Wolverine Baseball.
Take a look under your bed. Find stuff under there? What about jobs? No? Now try your basement. There's a pair of overalls that overall you're not so into anymore. A perfectly good laptop that hasn't sat in your lap in months. And even more stuff, but still no jobs? Well, you really have both. See, stuff is defined as household articles considered as a group. Sometimes this stuff is no longer needed. Wait, no longer needed? That can't be right. Because remember those jobs you were looking for? Those are really needed, and they're the stuff inside your stuff. Even inside that winter coat that moved with you to Phoenix. Our job is to unlock those jobs, and it starts when you donate your stuff to your local Goodwill. Here's how we do it. When you donate to Goodwill, we sell your stuff to provide job training for people right here in your community. So just by teaming up with Goodwill, you help create jobs. And isn't that worth parting with the leftover keytar from your 80s cover band? Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs. Find your nearest donation center at goodwill.org. A message from Goodwill and the Ad Council.
Adam Weber will lead off for Grove City in the bottom of the fourth. A wild one today at Jack Behringer Field, 9-8. Weber in game 2. Grounded out to third in the second. RBI single and scored a run in the third. He's 2 for 5 in the doubleheader with 3 runs scored. Weber, Reinberger, Chandler, 8, 9, and 1 in the order due, and Xander Allen's first pitch misses for a ball. David Chandler is going to pull off a pretty neat trick. The 1-0 catches the outside corner. In game 1, he batted in each of the first 4 innings, and he will do likewise here in game 2. There are some games where players don't get 4 at-bats at all. 1-1, low, 2-1. Softball's gone final. Teal defeats Grove City in 8 innings, 5-4. Winning that suspended game from March 26th. Yeah. 2-1 misses low. It's now 3-1. Xander Allen on in relief. 3-1 line fouled on the left field line. Weber jumped all over that one, but it is well foul. 3-2. Adam Weber, slightly close stance for the righty batter. This one's skied to left. Fighting the wind and making the head-high catch in left field is Jose Lopez for out number 1. 1 down for Kyle Reinberger, 0 for 1 with an RBI here in game 2. At a safety squeeze last inning. Officially, he is 3 for 5 in the doubleheader. Allen's first pitch misses inside for a ball. Third baseman Krebs on the cut of the grass. This one poked on the right side. Gabriel, second baseman, with it. Toss over to first for out number 2. That's 4 in a row retired by Xander Allen. Back to the top of the order for David Chandler. Chandler, 2 for 3 in game 2. Bloop double and a run scored last inning. Tripled and scored in the second. Struck out on the first. He'll look to get something going here in the bottom of the fourth with Grove City's lead cut to 1, 9-8. Chandler takes ball 1 out of the zone. One 0. Catches part of the zone for a strike. Now 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bottom of the fourth in the nightcap. Chandler swing and a miss. Now 1-2. Waynesburg in the top of the fifth will have Gabriel, Flambard, and Watson do. Foul to plate. Stays 1-2. One, two. That one low. Now 2-2 on Chandler. Chandler, one of 3 left-hand batters in the order. Marin Petro and Backus, who are in the 3 and 4 spots respectively, are the others. 2-2 misses high. 3-2. Outfield straight away, normal depth. Third baseman Krebs well off the line, even with the base. Payoff pitch. Bouncer foul on the first base side. And the count will remain 3-2. With 17 runs and 20 hits so far in this one. Scoreboard operator has been busy. Another 3-2 from Allen. This one is lined to the first baseman. Trott, who makes a backhand grab, and that ends the inning. And it's a 1-2-3 inning, a rarity today. Grove City, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. Through 4, 9-8 Grove City on the Wolverine Sports Network.
Express Karen Car Wash of Grove City. Drive in, drive out, it's that easy. We'll check your oil, check your fluids, and get you clean. Fast, friendly service for cars, trucks, and SUVs. Wiper blades or filters, check your tire pressure. Locally owned, nationally known.
Ken Frenchak here from the Valvoline Express Care and Car Wash of Grove City. Fall. Leaves are changing. Why not get a jump start on the season and get the oil changed in your vehicle? We have your grade of Valvoline oil regardless of your gas or diesel engine. We stock most air filters and windshield wiper blades. So don't forget, we offer 2 automatic car washes along with 2 self-serve bays. Stop by to have your car run and look great. You can go anywhere for an oil change, but you come to us for the experience.
Valvoline Express Karen Car Wash of Grove City. Drive in, drive out, it's that easy.
Seven, 8 in the Waynesburg Purdue. Aiden Flambard and Sam Watson. Gabriel 0 for 2 in the nightcap. Jack Guffrey's first pitch is high for a ball. Gabriel 2 for 5 in the doubleheader. Had an RBI and a stolen base as well in the opener. Guffrey out of the high set. The 1-0 misses high. 2-0. Bryce Trischler has been warming up in the Grove City bullpen. Have to think he is likely ready. (2-0) on the outside corner. Strike now to Noah Gabriel, the Waynesburg second baseman. Guffrey out of the high set. 2-1. Skied out into short right center field. Backus coming in, and he will make the catch to retire Gabriel. So 3 men faced by Guffrey, and he's retired all 3. That'll bring up Caden Flambard, singled and caught stealing in the second, hit by a pitch, and scored leading off that 5-run 4th inning. Flambard officially today 1 for 3. He's been on base 3 times. First offering from Guffrey is high for a ball. Remish, the third baseman, step or 2 behind the bag, hugging the line. 1-0. In for a strike. Now a ball and a strike on Flambard, the Waynesburg shortstop. Guffrey out of the high set. 1-1 on the outside corner. Now 1-2. Sam Watson waiting in the on-deck circle for Waynesburg. The 1-2. Line fouled on the left field line. And it stays the ball in 2 strikes. Outfield straight away, normal depth. Another 1-2, fouled off again by Caden Flambard. One, two. A bit low. 2-2 now. Update non-conference action. Oberlin leads W&J early, 1-0. 2-2. Rolled left side. Reinberger, the shortstop, to his left, throws over to first in time to retire his opposite number. 2 down for Sam Watson. Walked and scored in the 3rd. Singled and scored in the 4th. So after a crazy first 4 innings, pop on the infield, out into the grass is Reinberger to make the catch, and like Grove City in the last half inning, Waynesburg set down in order. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. Halfway home in game 2. It's 9-8 Grove City on the Wolverine Sports Network.
Hey, wouldn't it be great if life came with a remote control? You know, you could hit pause when you needed to, or hit rewind. Like that time you knocked down that wasp's nest.
Uh-oh.
Or that time you forgot to roll up your windows in the car wash.
Fantastic.
Yeah, a remote control would have come in handy then. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes like managing your weight, getting active, stopping smoking, and eating healthier, you can stop prediabetes before it leads to type 2 diabetes. It's easy to learn your risk. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Life doesn't come with a remote control.
Yikes!
So you're on your own with the wasps. You have the power to take control of prediabetes. Visit doihaveprediabetes.org today. That's doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
Bottom of the 5th inning, Nick Sampson leading this one down the right. Down, it's going to be extra bases for Sampson. Nick Sampson. Seven for 8. So leadoff double for Nick Sampson. Force play, throwing error. Lefty batter. Facing Xander Allen, who's pitched well in relief. Bouncer right side, grabbed by the second baseman Gabriel. Throws to Allen covering in time. Sampson goes to third on the play. The relatively rare 4-1 play. Sampson goes to third. The Wolverines have an insurance run 90 feet away for Caleb Backus. He had an RBI single last time up. 1 for 3 in game 2 with a couple of strikeouts. Infield in for Waynesburg. First pitch to the left-hand hitting Backus is in for a strike. And it's 0-1. Backus 2 for 6 in the doubleheader. It's knocked in 2. Swing and a miss. Now 0-2. Runner at third is Sampson. Excellent speed. Oh, 2. Swing and a miss. Backus chased one out of the zone. He's down on strikes. 2 away for Dan Luco. Luco walked in the first, doubled and scored in the third, and then singled later in the third. Luco 2 for 4 in the doubleheader officially. He was twice hit by pitches in the opener. Allen set at the belt. Breaking ball, driven to center. Hamilton has a beat on it. He'll make the catch. And the leadoff double goes by the wayside. For Grove City, no runs. 1 hit, no errors, 1 left. We've played 5. 9-8 Grove City on the Wolverines Sports Network.
Mama, what does the chicken say?
Chicken. Oh, okay.
When the wolf?
Oh, a wolf. Ooh!
What about the tiny dog? Cat? Owl? Dolphin? What does the turkey say? Whale?
Whale sound.
Do the giraffe.
Giraffe, really? Okay. Giraffe. Giraffe.
You're not going to get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff, like making sure your kids are buckled correctly in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right.
Visit NHTSA.gov/
the right seat.
Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Nine, 1-2 due for Waynesburg. In the top of the 6th, Ian Trott, Jose Lopez, and Eli Boring. Trott, 1 for 5 of the doubleheader, had an RBI double last time up in the 4th, also scored a run. Facing Jack Guffrey on in relief. Guffrey's first pitch is outside for a ball. Guffrey's gone 1 2/3 innings. He's retired all 5 men he's faced. Trying to preserve a 9-8 lead. 1-0, swing and a miss. Grove City led 2-0 after 1, 3-0 after 2. Waynesburg tied it with 3 in the top of the 3rd. Grove City scored 6 in the bottom of the 3rd, but then Waynesburg added 5 runs in the top of the 4th, and that's where we are now, 9-8 in the top of the 6th. This one's lined to left. It's going to be trouble. Extra bases. Off the fence. Trott hustling into second. He's in with a sliding double. Second double of the afternoon for Trott. And the tying run is in scoring position and back to the top of the order for Jose Lopez. Lopez with a walk in the first inning, struck out in the 3rd. RBI single and a run scored in the 4th. Grove City's lead a run, but Waynesburg has the tying run out at second. Trott runs okay. See what Lopez is doing here. Corner infielders for the Wolverines. Remish at third, Marin Petro at first. For now, they are on the grass. Remish, his toes are on the edge of the grass. Marin Petro is walked onto the grass, and now he's back at the edge of the grass. We'll see what the Wolverines do here. We'll see what Lopez does. Puts down a bunt back towards the mound. Guffrey will throw to first. The sacrifice complete. 1-3. Trot to third on the play, and the tying run now 90 feet away for Eli Boring. Boring, last time he was up in this situation, had a sacrifice fly. Officially 1 for 2 with a double and 2 runs batted in game 2. Boring 0 for 3 with a walk and a run in the opener. 9-8. Grove City's lead in jeopardy. First one squibbed foul on the third base side. Oh, 1. Bouncer on the right side. Marin Petro with it. He's going to throw home the tag. Safe. So Boring in the RBI fielder's choice. Trot scores, and we're tied at 9. And that gets the starting pitcher, Meyer, off the hook. Trot scores on the play. The fielder's choice allowing the run to score. Now Boring, representing the go-ahead run, is over at first. Hamilton, 2-run homer last time up. Guffrey's breaking ball fouled out of play. Count a ball and a strike. Nine the score. Yeah, that's strike 3. Hamilton down on strikes. Apparently had the count wrong, but either way, it is out number 1, a big second out. That'll bring up Luke Buckner. Singled in the third, struck out twice as well today. Boring over at first, but now 2 down. Guffrey misses on the first one. Guffrey's 1-0, bounces in. Nice stop made by Weber. The count is 2-0. Waynesburg has battled back to tie it after being down 9-3 after 3. Guffrey out of the high set. The 2-0 misses. It's now 3-0. You have to give a lot of credit to the work done by Xander Allen out of the Waynesburg bullpen. He has stopped the bleeding and then some. 2 2/3 innings of relief. Guffrey's 3-0, taking all the way. Buckner, and it's a strike, now 3-1. Three balls and a strike. Boring over at first. Held on by Marin Petro. Pop on the infield. Out into the outfield, making the catch is Reinberger to end the inning. But Waynesburg, thanks to Trot's leadoff double, he comes around and scores on the Boring fielder's choice. Jackets have tied it. A run, a hit, no errors, and 1 left. Middle of the 6th, Grove City and Waynesburg tied at 9 on the Wolverines Sports Network.
My name is Jim. I'm a veteran, and I lost both legs in Vietnam. My victory was proving that disability is not a limitation.
I'm Julius. I'm a veteran. My victory was going from homeless to home.
At DAV, we're on a mission, helping veterans of all generations get the benefits they've earned.
I'm Cece. My victory was finishing my education.
When America's veterans win, we all win. Help us support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
Nick Remish will lead off the bottom of the sixth for Grove City in a 9-9 tie. Remish, Reyes, Weber. And Remish hits one to left. It's going to get down for extra bases. Remish jumps on the first pitch from Allen. And he will cruise into second with a double. A go-ahead run on base for Grove City as Remish has his second double of the nightcap, his third hit in Game 2. Remish 5 for 7 in the doubleheader. That'll bring up Johnny Reyes. Reyes grounded out in the first, hit by a pitch and scored in the third, struck out later in the third. Grove City sent 12 men to the plate in that third inning. Waynesburg's battled back. First pitch, Reyes. Healthy cut, swing and a miss. It's 0-1. Reyes, the DH in both games today for the Wolverines. Allen's 0-1, low, 1-1 to Johnny Reyes. He went 4 for 8 in the doubleheader yesterday at Hiram. Throw back to second. Remish back in with a head-first dive. Grove City looking to get to 6-4 in the PAC. Waynesburg looking for its second league win of the season. Allen set at the belt. 1-1 low, 2-1. Third baseman Krebs in front of the bag. He's almost the cut of the grass off the line. Trot at first, hugging the line as well. 2-1, driven deep to left. Will it stay fair? It is gone. 2-run homer, Johnny Reyes. And the Wolverines retake the lead. It's 11-9 in the sixth. Johnny Reyes jumped on that one. It curved around the foul pole. And the Wolverines have an 11-9 lead. Reyes belts that one to left, right down the line. Waynesburg coach Michael Impellitteri wanting an explanation. The double by Remish, and Reyes follows with a homer. The young guys coming through for the Wolverines to make it 11-9 and looking for more. It'll bring up Adam Weber. Weber singled in a run back in the third, scored a run. He's 1 for 3 in Game 2. 2 for 6, 3 runs scored in the doubleheader. Allen's first pitch misses for a ball. Weber bounces one left side. Krebs on the edge of the grass, grabs it, throws over to first in time to retire Weber for the first out. That'll bring up Kyle Reinberger. Reinberger 0 for 2 with a squeeze bunt today. All right, brought a charger to work. Good job, Tyler. Assistant SID Tyler Grupak joining us here. Reinberger punches one out the center, a base hit. Reinberger had 3 hits in the opener. That's his first hit in the nightcap. He's on with 1 down. And back to the top, the order for David Chandler. Chandler 2 for 4 with a triple, a double, and 2 runs scored in Game 2. And visit to the mound and perhaps the end of the afternoon for Xander Allen, who pitched well but ran into some trouble in the 6th. Johnny Reyes, the 2-run homer. And do we have a change or no? We do have somebody emerging from the first base dugout. We'll tell you about the new Waynesburg pitcher after this. Grove City back on top, 11-9 on the Wolverine Sports Network.
Hi, we're the Goo Goo Dolls. We're fortunate that we can give our daughters everything they need to grow and learn. But not every child can focus on classes and play dates.
Nearly 13 million kids in the U.S. face hunger. That's 1 in 6. School lunch might be their only meal each day, and it's heartbreaking to imagine any child going to bed hungry. We're dreaming of a perfect day when kids can smile, play, and just be kids without worrying about where their next meal will come from. Feeding America is working to make that perfect day a reality.
Each year, the Feeding America network of food banks rescues billions of pounds of good food that would have gone to waste. That food is given to families and children in need. Being a kid should be about doing things that make an ordinary day extraordinary. Learning to play an instrument, building a sandcastle, hosting tea parties. Hunger should never be an obstacle to growing up.
You can help end childhood hunger in your community by visiting feedingamerica.org.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you out, because only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey, Assistant Smokey Bear, call me Papa Bear, because I'm grilling up dinner. Do you get it?
Yes, good job.
So, what should I do with all these coals?
Don't just toss them out. Put them in a metal container because those embers can start a wildfire.
I understand. The stakes are high.
Ha, 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 ha.
Learn more at SmokeyBear.com.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
The possibility of lung cancer can be pretty scary, especially if you're one of approximately 8 million current or former smokers at high risk. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know that now there's a breakthrough low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early, and it only takes 60 seconds. You stop smoking, now start screening. For an easy quiz to see if you're eligible, visit SaveByTheScan.org. It could save your life. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
Andy Matthews on in relief for Waynesburg, his second appearance of the season, a freshman from Virginia. One appearance, 1/3 of an inning, gave up a couple of runs. So a very small body of work. His first pitch to David Chandler is in for a strike. As we approach the 6 o'clock hour here in the Eastern Time Zone. Game 2 of our doubleheader, 11-9, Grove City on top. Runner first is Reinberger. Pitch in the dirt, skips away. And Reinberger will take second base on the wild pitch. So runner in scoring position now. Xander Allen went 3 innings, 6 hits, 2 strikeouts, and a walk. He's given up 2 runs so far and responsible for Reinberger out at second. Pitch to Chandler, striking the belt, now 1-2 on David Chandler. So one Virginian facing another. Chandler's out of Leesburg, Virginia. Matthews from Alexandria. The 1-2. Pop foul third base side. Krebs on the run, but it will land out of play. Chandler 3 for 6 with 5 runs scored in the doubleheader today. Nick Sampson, who's 4 for 4 in the nightcap, waits on deck. 11-9, Grove City on top. Wolverines have scored twice in the 6th to take the lead. Chandler fouls off that one, and it stays 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. 1 away, bottom 6. Breaking ball on the inside corner, strike 3. Chandler down on strikes for the second time in game 2. 2 down for Nick Sampson. Singled and scored in the first. Singled in a run in the second. 2-run single and a run scored in the third. Doubled in the 5th. He bats with Reinberger out at second. And 2 away. Facing the reliever, Andy Matthews. Matthews' first pitch is outside for a ball. Matthews looking to hold this one at a 2-run margin. Neither bullpen appears to be active at the moment. Bouncer up the middle to his right. Gabriel gets a piece of it, trickles into the outfield for a base hit. Motoring home is Kyle Reinberger, and Nick Sampson is 5 for 5 in game 2. The Wolverines have a 12-9 lead. Gabriel got over there but couldn't flag it down. And it's 12-9 with Colin Marin-Petro standing in. Marin-Petro, 1 for 3 of the walk and a run scored in game 2. First one misses away to Marin-Petro for ball 1. Marin-Petro, 3 for 3, 4 runs scored in the opener. This one hit up the alley in right center. It's a base hit. Marin-Petro on his way to second with another double. Here comes Sampson. There'll be no relay. He scores for the 3rd time in this one. Colin Marin-Petro, another multi-hit afternoon. And it's 13-9. Marin-Petro, a double to right center. It brings up Caleb Backus, 1 for 4 in game 2. 2 for 7 in the doubleheader. Backus chases one in the dirt, swing and a miss. 0-1. And Jack Guffrey is the beneficiary of this. He becomes the pitcher of record for Grove City. Marin-Petro at second with 2 down. Andy Matthews on in relief. 4th pitcher of the nightcap for Waynesburg. The book closed on the reliever Allen, who now he is the pitcher of record on the downside. 3 innings, 3 runs allowed. Pitch in the dirt, skips away. Marin-Petro will take third, and the count 2-1. That's certainly notable. Marin-Petro runs okay, but not the fleetest of the guys in the Wolverine lineup. With 2 outs, it's less of a factor, but pretty much guaranteed to score on anything that gets through or even put in play. 2-1 coming to Caleb Backus. Andy Matthews gets the sign. Here it comes. Down low, 3-1. Dan Luco waiting on deck. 13-9 Grove City in the bottom of the 6th. In for a strike. Backus tossed the bat away, and it is now 3-2. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 away in the 6th. The pitch from Andy Matthews. Swing and a miss. Backus down on strikes for the 4th time in this one. But Grove City scores 4 times. The Wolverines get 4 runs. There were 5 hits. No errors, 1 left. On to the 7th. Grove City leads 13-9 on the Wolverine Sports Network.
My name is Meera Batra. I have been in this country 32 years, and this is how I live united. America has always been the land of promise, and in my community, many families have come for a better life. Coming from another culture myself, I know the desire to become part of a community, to feel at home, and to gain the tools for our children and families to succeed. So I advocate for these families with United Way. United Way empowers them to look beyond their histories and to see what opportunities are available. We help them get involved with their kids' schools, network within the community, and when we do, we unite them. We make the community stronger. What I do is something I wish someone had done for me, and I am so grateful I am able to. My name is Meera Batra. I help families see opportunities and succeed. I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer, Live United. Go to liveunited.org. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
Braden Krebs, Gabriel, and Caden Flambard due for Waynesburg in the top of the seventh. Grove City back on 13-9. Jack Guffrey's first pitch is in for a ball as we get underway in the top of the seventh inning. Krebs 1 for 3 with a run batted in game 2. Did not play in game 1. Jumps on this one. It's hit well to left. Luco on the run, looking up. And that one clears the scoreboard and left. Braden Krebs, a solo home run. And it's now 13-10. As Krebs goes deep for the first time this year. That'll bring up Noah Gabriel. Popped out to short in the second, flew out to left in the third, flew out to right in the fifth. And time requested by Grove City skipper Matt Royer as he makes his way out of the third base dugout. Bryce Trishler was warming earlier, and it looks like he is back up on the mound and now maybe coming in. So the big lefty from Shady Side Academy will come on in relief of Jack Guffrey. We'll tell you about Bryce Trishler when we come back. It's Grove City 13, Waynesburg 10. We'll be back with more Game 2 action after this on the Wolverine Sports Network.
When you're high, you feel different. You think different, you talk different, you draw different, you listen to music different, but you probably knew that. Problem is, you also drive different, and not in a good way. That's why driving high is illegal everywhere. So if you're high, just don't drive. Make a plan to get a sober ride. Because if you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Not completing high school is more of a social thing than it was an academic thing. Even though all these years have passed, I still had that longing to have my diploma.
At age 30, Carissa finished her high school diploma.
If you're even considering getting your high school diploma, you can do it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
Bryce Trishler will come on out of the Grove City 10. The lead is 3, 13-10. Nobody out in the seventh inning, however. For Trishler this year, it's his seventh appearance, record of 1-1, ERA of 7.18, 26 7 hits allowed, 15 strikeouts, and 14 walks. He will face Noah Gabriel. Jack Guffrey's pitching line today for the Wolverines. He's in line for the win. 2 2/3 innings, 2 hits, 2 runs, both earned, 2 strikeouts, and 10. Gabriel 0 for 3 in game 2, and Trishler's first pitch is a strike. Gabriel 2 for 6 with an RBI in the doubleheader. Trishler's 0-1, a strike at the belt. Now 0-2 on Noah Gabriel. Outfield shading him the other way. 0-2, swing and a miss. Chased one out of the zone. Trishler comes in and gets a strikeout. One down for Caden Flambard, 1 for 2. Hit by a pitch and scored in the 4th inning. 1 for 6. Excuse me, 1. Strike. And it's 0-1 on the right-hand hitting Flambard. Trishler deals, chopper left side. Reinberger up with it, throws over to first, and a nice pick made by the first baseman, Marin Petro. 2 away for Sam Watson. Watson walked and scored in the 3rd, singled and scored in the 4th, popped out to short in the 5th. Trishler, first pitch, and there for a strike. Of course, last year in the PAC tournament, who can forget Trishler? 10-inning complete game and that 4-1 win over W&J sent the Wolverines into the championship round. 0-1 a little high, 1-1 now to Watson. One driven out to center. Chandler on the run will make the catch. And that will end the inning. Trishler comes on and retires all 3 many faces. Waynesburg gets a run back on the Krebs homer. A run, a hit. No errors, nobody left. Stretch time at Jack Behringer Field. 13-10, Grove City with the lead on the Wolverine Sports Network.
Founded in 1955, the President's Athletic Conference is regarded as one of the elite NCAA Division III conferences in the nation. Comprised of 12 private institutions and 1 associate member, the PAC thrives in athletics and academics. Now sponsoring 24 varsity sports, the PAC remains unique in this day of high-pressure college athletics, with academics at the core of every program. With over 300 academic All-Americans and over 1,400 academic honor roll recipients with a 3.6 GPA or higher in the past year alone. Our student athletes excel in athletics as well as the classroom. Want to learn more? Visit us at pacathletics.org or follow us on social media.
Pitching change for Waynesburg. 5th pitcher in this one, and coming in is Josh Mosley, a freshman from St. Albans, West Virginia. 5th appearance of the season, no record, ERA of 4.5. And he will face Luco Remish Reyes in the Grove City order, 5, 6, and 7. The 1-0 is in, or excuse me, the count is 0-2. Bouncer on the left side. Flambard gloves it, throws over to first in time for out number 1. 1 down for Nick Remish. Remish 3 for 4 with 2 doubles and 2 runs scored in game 2. First pitch swinging, that's going to scoot through up the middle of the base hit. So Remish on again with a single up the middle. Remish's fourth hit of the nightcap. He's on with one down for Johnny Reyes. Reyes, 2-run homer down the left field line in his last at bat. Officially 2 for 6 in the doubleheader. Facing the freshman Josh Mosley. Swinging first pitch, foul first base side. Watson gives it a look, but it will land out of play. Reyes grounded out to second in the first, hit by a pitch and scored in the third. Struck out in the third. 2-run homer in the sixth. That broke a 9-9 tie. Grove City with a 13-10 lead in the seventh. Remish, pretty good lead over at first. Mosley's pitch, a breaking ball at the belt. It's a strike, and now 0-2 on Reyes. Third baseman Krebs on the edge of the grass, off the line. 0-2. Frisbee-like breaking ball outside, 1-2. That's the first one out of the zone thrown by Mosley. 13 runs, 19 hits for Grove City. 10 runs, 10 hits for Waynesburg. Jackets have the only error in the game. One-two. Popped on the first base side. Watson, the catcher, looking. First baseman Trott says he has it, and he does. And that's out number 2 in the seventh. 2 down for Adam Weber, 1 for 4 in game 2. Singled and scored in the third. 1 for 3 with a double and 2 runs scored in game 1. Mosley's first pitch, and it's in there for a strike to Adam Weber. Mosley on in relief for Matthews. And what do we have? Hit by pitch, thank you. Glance down for a moment. Weber reaches. So now first and second for Kyle Reinberger. Reinberger, 1 for 3 with a squeeze bunt RBI in this one. 3 hits in the opener, takes strike 1 from Mosley. Mosley checks the runners. Remish at second, Weber at first. The 0-1 in for a strike, now 0-2. The line for Andy Matthews out of the bullpen, 2/3 of an inning, 2 hits, a run. It was earned. No walks and a pair of strikeouts. Mosley ahead of Reinberger, 0-2, and this one's punched foul over the Waynesburg dugout on the first base side. Count remains 0-2. Waynesburg in the 8th. We'll have Trott, Lopez, and Boring. 9, 1, and 2 in the order due. Another 0-2. Breaking ball inside, but it does not matter. It was a balk. And Joe Romano said he flinched. So count stays 0-2, but the runners move up on the balk. Takes away the force. 0-2, swing and a miss. Reinberger swung through that off-speed pitch, and that ends the inning. Grove City, no runs, a hit, no errors, and 2 men left in scoring position. On to the 8th. 13-10, Grove City the lead. Back with more after this on the Wolverine Sports Network.
You can't escape a traffic jam. Know what else you can't escape? Seasonal allergies. And you might think you can avoid that coffee stain until... Oh, really? You can't escape a lot of things in life, but you can escape prediabetes. Prediabetes captures 1 in 3 adults. There are usually no signs of prediabetes. In fact, most people don't even know they have it. But with early diagnosis, you can change the outcome and prevent or delay type 2 diabetes. Take action by taking the 1-minute risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org. You might not be able to escape having this song stuck in your head, but you can escape prediabetes. Go to doihaveprediabetes.org today. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention.
Ian Trott will lead off for Waynesburg. 2 for 3 in game 2. Couple of doubles, couple of runs scored for Trott. Trott 2 for 6 in the doubleheader. Bryce Trischler came on last inning in relief. He's back out there. The first pitch is fouled back towards us. 0-1 on Trott. W&J now ahead of Oberlin 3-2 in the third in that non-conference game down in Washington. 0-1, swing and a miss. Wolverines will be at W&J coming up on the 18th, Saturday doubleheader. No balls, 2 strikes. The pitch misses away, now 1-2. Wolverine defense, no changes to it. We'll go over the alignment as time permits. The 1-2 inside. Did that hit him? It did not. Head coach Michael Impellitteri saying hit his foot. Adam Weber said hit my mitt. The umpire said didn't hit his foot. Counts 2-2. Squibber to the right of the mound. Trischler up with it. Underhand to Marin Petro in time for out number 1. And Trischler is down. And he's up okay. He's kind of lost his footing, went down. He kind of rolled up his ankle a little bit recently over at West. Fired 1-3. 1 down for Jose Lopez. Lopez 1 for 2 with a walk and a sacrifice in this one. Run scored and an RBI. Trischler's first pitch is low for a ball. Lopez had 7 plate appearances today, 3 official at bats. 1-0 misses away, 2-0. In game 1, hit by a pitch, singled, and a sac fly. Game 2, walk, strikeout, single, sac bunt. He's ahead in the count, 2-0. Trischler's next pitch on the outside corner, now 2-1. Trischler's 2-1. That's low, and it's now 3-1. 13-10 the Grove City lead on the opener. 18-3 in 7 innings. 3-1 misses off the plate. Ball 4. Lopez on for the 3rd time in the nightcap. That'll bring up Eli Boring. Boring 1 for 3 with a double and a sac fly. 2 runs batted in. Actually, 3 runs batted in. He's knocked in a run in each of his last 3 at-bats, facing the left-hander Trischler for the first time. First pitch is a ball. 1-0 on Boring. So Trischler all of a sudden struggling to keep it in the zone. High, 2-0. Wolverine bullpen starting to activate on the third base side. Trishler's 2-0. Roller right side. Sampson mishandles it. Everybody is safe. Looked like he tried to maybe start the double play before he had it. Boring reaches. Now we'll bring Hunter Hamilton to the plate, representing the tie and run, and he already has a home run today. 2-run homer back in the fourth. First and second with one down for Hunter Hamilton. Hamilton, homer, walk, fly-out, strikeout today. Swings first pitch and fouls it off. Struck out 4 times in game 1, but has bounced back with a vengeance in game 2. First and second, one down. Tie and run at the plate. Trishler's next offering. Misses away, 1-1. Lopez at second, Boring the trail runner at first. One, wave and a miss. Now 1-2. Lopez getting a pretty healthy lead out at second. Trishler's 1-2. Hit towards right center. Chandler will yield. Backus makes the catch. Lopez will tag and take third, but a big second out in the 8th. So now first and third for Luke Buckner. Buckner 1 for 4 in game 2, RBI single in the third. First and third with 2 away. Trishler looking to get out of the mess. Buckner right hand hitting DH in the cleanup spot. Trishler's first pitch. Hit out towards center. David Chandler is there and he makes the catch. And Trishler gets out of the jam. For Waynesburg, no runs, no hits. There was an error and 2 left. Middle of the 8th at Jack Behringer Field. Grove City leading Waynesburg 13-10. We'll be back with more after this on the Wolverine Sports Network.
Hey, is that a faucet running?
Nope, that's not a faucet. That's a river rushing through the forest.
It is?
Yeah, forest rivers provide over 100 million people with clean water to drink. The water comes straight from the forest to us. In fact...
What? I can't hear you because of the vacuum.
That's not a vacuum. That's the trees in the forest cleaning up the air we breathe.
How do trees clean the air?
They soak up the dirty air on their leaves, branches, and trunks, which means clean air for us.
Cool. I didn't know that.
Yep, but the forest does more than give us clean air and water. It gives us shade for hot days, birds to listen to, and trees to climb.
Wow, that's awesome. I didn't know how cool the forest could be. Hey, let's go explore some more.
Visit the forest today and enjoy all it does, just for you. To learn more about the forest and find one near you, go to discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
New pitcher in for Waynesburg is Nick Skoufalos. 2 saves this year. This is his 5th appearance, 0-1 record, ERA of 15.43. So he replaces Mosley. Mosley went 1 inning, gave up a hit, no runs, struck out 1. So it is Nick Skoufalos to try to keep this a 3-run game. Facing David Chandler. The first pitch to Chandler is posted as a ball on the scoreboard. This one lined to center, a base hit for David Chandler. So David Chandler in game 2 has tripled, doubled, and now singled. He is 3 for 6. And a big insurance run on base for the Wolverines. Brings up Nick Sampson. Just for those of you who are watching or listening at home or wherever you are, our post game is going to be very abbreviated. There's some weather on the way here, and with the pace or lack thereof of this game, we don't want to get stuck out here when it opens up. Of course, we are under a tent here, which is nice, but when the Storms pick up, as the first pitch to Sampson's a strike, 0-1. Sampson 5 for 5, 4 runs batted in, a double, couple of runs scored, 3 runs scored, in fact, for Sampson. Throw to first, Chandler back safely. So just to let everybody know, when the final out of this one is recorded, whenever that is, that'll be it. We will stop the broadcast. You'll be able to see the box score and so forth online, but we will be cutting off things. Scufalos pitch in the dirt, blocked by the catcher, Watson. And it's 1-1. Bouncer on the left side, grabbed by the shortstop to Gabriel second, and safe. Ball was not hit real well. Sampson runs well. Flambar did a good job to get the lead man. Chandler is erased 6-4, and Sampson will have to settle for being 5 for 6 in this one. One down for Colin Marin-Petro. Marin-Petro, double, a single, and a walk in this one. He's 2 for 4 in game 2. And he will be intentionally walked. The intentional walk brings up Caleb Backus, who is 1 for 4, but has struck out 4 times today. You have to think Caleb was due here. Shows bunt, pulls back, takes the ball. (13-10) in the 8th inning. Grove City going for the sweep. Wolverines won the opener. And now we're going to have a conference on the third base side between head coach Matt Royer and the batter Caleb Backus. In the 9th inning, Waynesburg will have 5, 6, and 7 to Krebs, Gabriel, and Flambard. Now first base coach Ryan Kalfas will come and join the confab as well and toss some equipment back to the Grove City dugout on the third base side. Again, as we look off to the west and northwest, the skies are darkening. Skies are beautiful in your view here from behind home plate, but alas, we're facing east here. Count is 1-0 on Backus. That one misses low 2-0, although if the weather was coming from the east, that would be a real story. That's usually when it gets really bad. Sampson at second, Marin-Petro at first. Runner on the move, throw down to third, it goes into left field. Sampson will score on the throwing error. Marin-Petro takes second, and the Wolverines get a big insurance run. It is 14-10. The pitch was a ball, it's 3-0. Second error of the afternoon by Waynesburg, and it's 14-10 Grove City. Backus ahead 3-0, taking all the way. And it's a strike now, 3-1. Marin-Petro at second, 1 away in the 8th. The 3-1 is high for ball 4. That'll bring up Dan Luco. Luco walked in the first, doubled and scored in the third, singled in the third, flew out in the 5th, grounded out in the 7th. So he is 2 for 4 in game 2. Jumps on the first pitch, hits it out to center. Relatively deep. Hamilton makes the catch. Marin-Petro tagging, and he will hustle into third. The Waynesburg dugout, I think, is going to want an appeal at second base. Trail runner Backus stays at first. And I believe once the ball's put in signal ready for play, they'll step off and appeal at second. Flambard, the shortstop, is waiting. Now they will appeal. And Marin Petro is ruled out. So the fly out to center. Luco out 2. Marin Petro on the appeal, 1-6. And that is an unusual end to the 8th inning. But Grove City adds a run. There was a hit, an error, and 1 left. Wolverines lead 14-10. We'll be back with the top of the 9th on the Wolverines Sports Network.
When is the best time to talk to your family about staying in touch during a disaster? When floodwaters reach your door? When wildfires are engulfing the edge of your neighborhood? Or an earthquake is destroying buildings? When a tornado is tearing through town? Or a hurricane strikes? Or is the best time perhaps today? During a disaster, you may not be able to stay in touch with your family or friends as easily as you think. And it's not always as simple as using your cell phone. That's why now is the time to take action. Go to ready.gov/communicate and make your emergency plan today. Don't wait. Communicate. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Braden Krebs will lead off the 9th inning, swings first pitch, lost the bat, and the foul ball goes out of play behind us. It's 0-1. Krebs homered in his last at bat, 2 for 4 today, had an RBI single in the 3rd. 14-10 Grove City in the 9th. Bryce Trischler, it would be a save. It would be a 3-inning save for Trischler if he's able to get these final 3 outs. 0-1, pop foul, first base side, sliding grab made by Marin Petro. Got the leather under it. Very nice play by Marin Petro on the first base side for out number 1. 1 down for Noah Gabriel. Gabriel 0 for 4 in game 2. Pop out, 2 flyouts and a strikeout. 2 for 7 in the doubleheader. He swings first pitch. Hits it out to left. Luco makes the catch. Now the Wolverines are 1 out away from a sweep. A bit surprised that Waynesburg maybe didn't take a strike there. Flambard now will stand in. 1 for 3. Singled in the 2nd, hit by a pitch and scored in the 4th. Couple of groundouts to shortstop Reinberger in the 5th and 7th innings. Trischler's first pitch misses away for ball 1. This game is 2-hour 50-minute mark. (1-0), strike at the knees, 1-1. Flambard back into the right-hand batter's box. (1-1) misses away, now 2-1. (2-1). Pop foul first base side. Marin Petro, does he have room? He does, and it's a Wolverine winner. Bryce Trischler closes it out. A 3-inning save for the big lefty for Waynesburg in the 9th. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. Grove City wins at 14-10. We will take a very quick break, come back with totals, and wrap it up from Jack Behringer Field on the Wolverine Sports Network.
Hey, is that a faucet running?
Nope, That's not a faucet. That's a river rushing through the forest.
It is?
Yeah. Forest rivers provide over 100 million people with clean water to drink. The water comes straight from the forest to us. In fact...
What? I can't hear you because of the vacuum.
That's not a vacuum. That's the trees in the forest cleaning up the air we breathe.
How do trees clean the air?
They soak up the dirty air on their leaves, branches, and trunks, which means clean air for us.
Cool. I didn't know that.
Yep. But the forest does more than give us clean air and water. It gives us shade for hot days, birds to listen to, and trees to climb.
Wow, that's awesome. I didn't know how cool the forest could be. Hey, let's go explore some more.
Visit the forest today and enjoy all it does just for you. To learn more about the forest and find one near you, go to discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
We are back one final time. Grove City wins Game 2 by a final of 14-10 for the Wolverines. 14 runs, 20 hits, 1 errors, 1 error, 12 men left on base. And for Waynesburg, 10 runs, 10 hits, 2 errors, 6 runners left on. Winning pitcher for Grove City, Jack Behringer, 2 2/3 out of the bullpen. He's 2-0. The loss to Xander Allen, he's 0-3. The save, Bryce Trischler, his first. Time of the game, 2 hours and 51 minutes. Grove City gets the win, 14-10. Wolverines took the opener by a final of 18-3. The box score is going to be at athletics.gcc.edu. You can check it out there. Again, there are storms on the way. They're less than 10 miles away from us now. So we are going to skedaddle, as they say, and get out of here before we get drenched and the equipment gets wet. Thanks to everybody here. Todd Gibson, athletic director, athletic trainer Rick Hawk, Kathy Jacobs, facility manager, assistant SID Tyler Grupak. This is Ryan Briggs saying so long from Jack Behringer Field. Grove City takes both of them today, 18-3 in the opener, 14-10 in the nightcap. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you next time on the home of the Wolverines. Thank you for tuning into the Wolverines Sports Network. We'll talk to you next time on the home of the Wolverines.